Riverview Retirement Center is broken up into 4 different facilities. The facilities all represent the level of care that is needed for each resident. For the residents who need the least amount of care, they live in the independent living portion, also known as the Village. This is private housing that is within the Riverview community, but the residents require less assistance with daily activities. The next level is for those who can still live on their own but may require more medical care. This is called assisted living, or the terrace. Finally, the last 2 require the most amount of care. The advanced care and rehabilitation, also called the care center, and the memory care. The care center is a more temporary placement for individuals who are sick or just discharged from a hospital. The memory care is specific for the individuals who have dementia or Alzheimer's. There is currently only one dietitian who sees only 2 of the 4 facilities at Riverview, the terrace and most often the care center. This leaves the other 2 facilities without a dietitian. In order to try to serve all of the residents, the dietitian leads a diabetic support group every other month. This allows for her to meet with the residents from the village and the terrace. While I was at this site, I was able to plan and lead the diabetic support group and educate them on the topic of my choice. After spending some time discussing with the dietitian on what she has offered in the past, I decided to focus on how to choose quality carbs within the diet, fiber, and snacks. We spent 30 minutes discussing the different topics in addition to having an open discussion. This handout was created for the group so that they could take home information on the topics discussed. At the last meeting, they had discussed the glycemic index, which was reviewed at the beginning of class. We then went on to discuss how to choose quality carbohydrates and how they are beneficial to their health. Next, we discussed fiber, and we also talked about snack ideas and why we would want to add protein and fats to our snacks. What I have learned while at Riverview is that for this population, at this point in their lives, the residents are either still following the diets they have had for years, or they are no longer following any diet and are choosing instead to enjoy food. The dietitian I work with has a strong belief that for the geriatric population, food should be whatever they want it to be. This is a time for them to be able to enjoy food. She also understands that there are individuals who are conscious of their diets and want to learn more, which she happily provides. These ladies who came to the group were very interested in what I had to say and engaged with the topic intensely. The topic of fiber was a new topic and one we spent a lot of time on. They were interested in the types of fibers, including both natural sources, such as fruit, vegetables, and beans, and processed sources, such as fiber bars and drink mixtures. One of the main questions I received from a resident who was diagnosed with prediabetes. For her, this was a new and huge learning experience. After spending so much time with doctors and dietitians who educate her on the importance of diet, she became overwhelmed with the amount of food she had to cut out. Her question was simply, what can I add to my life? This started an engaging conversation about the other aspects besides food that can be beneficial to add, such as exercise. This also allowed for other residents who have been diagnosed with diabetes to share how they were able to cope. This group is a great support system for these individuals. This is a great place for them to be able to share their experiences and learn new information about diabetes.